Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we are checking out the Isle of Gold. So the Isle of Gold is an event that you do build up your resources, you do get rolls, and I'm going to go over a couple different formations because I've went with a couple different formations on different accounts. So this one we're actually stacking up quite a few, as you can see, of our debilitating kind of things. It is not many of the building boost. One of the most important buildings that I've noticed in here is this one right here, guys, the Fountain of Blessing, because for each point of morale, pillage loot, 2.5%. So you do get a pretty solid boost here. As you can see, we're already at 122%. As you progress further in here, it is going to get stronger and stronger. Again, this not really the ideal formation. I still need to build out some more buildings, but it's kind of an even mix. Looking at some of the flowers, cannot stack effects. That is the reason for the prayer flowers. We only have one. Same with some of the other flowers. The energy flower can stack. Now you can get more of your attack rating if you're building more flowers, but you're gonna have to kind of either split it between if you're doing attacking or defending, or if you're gonna do, really strong defense, which we'll look at in a minute, or if you're doing more on the attack side, which again, we'll look at in a minute. Now the pillage attempts, overall, again, I kind of get a mixed response from this. Looking at the Crimson Flower, again, these cannot stack. So essentially on the YouTube account, I went kind of half and half. So we do have a pretty good defense up front. Some of the back end buildings, we're definitely gonna have to move around with some of the flowers. But the reason I put these actually right in the corners, so you'll see they're actually both flagging a workshop, is if a player happens to land in this specific tile between both workshops, you cannot use two formations between them, meaning if they utilize this one for the Eins comp, when this one pops up next, they cannot use the same formation again. The Eins comp will show that it is already being used, which is the reason why I've kind of split these. And I did put them on the back side because if they get enough debuffs coming through this front side, they're not going to be able to, or some players will run out of resources by the time they make the backside. In addition, they will have a bunch of these debuffs that we're seeing out of the buildings here, weakening the enemy again and again and again, and driving the morale down for the team, essentially significantly slowing their movement going through here, and then also cursing heroes. Now, I didn't notice this when I was over on the test server. You can actually curse a hero in here. If they utilize the curse hero, you can see the morale will drop significantly, meaning they are not going to get as much bonus loot because you're cursing the heroes in here. And I'm not sure if you can put one cursed hero kind of in here, or a bunch of different cursed heroes, or if it's going to be the same one for every stone that we have here. But let's hop over to the test server, guys. We're going to take a look at what we're building there for the Isle of Gold. So here we are over on the free-to-play account, and again, looking at the Isle of Gold, this is significantly further, and you can see we've had a lot of attacks here, guys. Most of them we did not defend, and it looks like we didn't even defend, or yeah, we did. We defended a couple. Essence Mine got defeated, but you can see we kind of went with a different formation here, and this is actually another one that I do have to build out. We have a lot of our buildings here, and again, playing more of the defensive buildings on this one. I did use a lot more of my energy towers, things of that nature, to really buff up the buildings that we're getting in here. Some of these, like this one, for instance, if a resource building within one tile is successfully defended, there's no resource building within one tile. That's the reason I did this layout. But look at the morale that we have on here, guys. Boom, 19. We are getting 500%. That is right, guys, a 500% as we're nearing the end of the Isle of Gold to go ahead and pillage. It is a 500% bonus. We did pick up all of our loot. We got our level 6, which pillaging here, some of the buildings are super easy. I've even seen a lot of these buildings that are completely empty. So here, guys, they have level 30 buildings, which means there is going to be a significant reduction in the resources we're picking up. But I'm hoping ultimately we can pick up some resources. I want a little roll. There we go, guys. So let's see what we can get out of here. Formation, we were going with the Eins comp, this really bottom one with Lucretia. It is the one that we have. And even looking here, guys, we have a significant These are all from the attack flowers or from the flowers that we built. So we have 4 of those flowers. I mean, you're talking 20, 30, 40, 50, 50 plus attack boost, which gives us a significant boost to the combat rating overall with teams. I haven't had too many teams that I couldn't defeat with this comp. I know it is kind of a cheese running with Ainz and Lucretia, but when you look at the loot we get, so you get a little bit, 251. Look at the bonus, guys. 1,288. So that is right, guys, a 513% bonus, which in my opinion is just absolutely crazy with the bonus we got out of there. And you've also seen that we have not hit many of our debuff buildings because, again, this is more of the split attack defense. We can see a lot of tower buffs in there. We're going to be looking at a full defensive structure in just a minute, which I did go on some of my accounts. The accounts that I'm not going to actively go through and pillage. If I'm not going to pillage, there's really no reason to build a bunch of flowers, so I can actually do a lot more defense buildings. But even here, guys, I get 44 diamonds, 226 because of the 513% boost. So overall, guys, it is a significant boost when it comes to the amount of resources. And I'm surprised with some players. I haven't seen many Ainz team comps that are being utilized within formations. So a lot of them have been similar to this, where it's kind of an off PvP formation, but ultimately we can take it down pretty easy with the comps. And there we go, guys, 566, 3,000. That is right, guys, 3,000 Labyrinth tokens out of there, which is just absolutely crazy. And then we got a debuff in the final one here again, running with Almas. I love seeing Almas. I love seeing Kaz. But the formations overall are usually not that difficult to overcome, especially with the power we see with Ainz and bringing Flora down right there. So 4 attacks, guys, there's 540, boom, 2,700, giving us 3,300 from one single pillage, which is the reason I really feel like pillaging is pretty good. That is a significant amount of resources when you do in comparison to what we have gotten. So I've gotten 40K total out of here, 3,000, which seems relatively low, but there we got 2,000 for pillaging. And I've been using all of my pillage attempts. Even the essence overall, even the poke coins, significantly less resources when it comes to pillaging. Now, a couple things to remember, guys, is when you get attacked. So when you do get attacked, you do not get anything for successfully defending, which kind of sucks. I wish they'd give us kind of a bonus for successfully defending. In addition, when you're pillaging, guys, morale is going to be a really big thing. So you do have to buff that. Some of it does come from levels, but there are a couple things out here where getting more loot when we're pillaging makes a really big difference. And also we get plus 2 morale right there for running the Fountain of Blessing. So now we're going to change it over to some of my other accounts, and I'm going to show you the full defensive outlook that they've been doing. So here we are, guys, on the FHG account and looking at the final formation for the Isle of Gold. This one we have went full defensive formation, which is kind of interesting because, again, looking at this, I am not going to be actively attacking. I am not going to be actively using a lot of the morale, meaning building and structures to increase it. I am not going to increase it. I am not going to pillage. This is going to be strict resource generation that I'm picking up out of these buildings. So you can see the resource regeneration. First time we did the Isle of Gold, the higher level these were, which I do have to put some defensive heroes in here, but the higher levels these were, the more resources they generated. Now it's stagnant, but when you get attacked, you lose less resources. But looking at this team comp overall is when you start getting into these stones, guys, they're going to get weakened to the point of coming around to even this third side. They're going to have either the rolls are going to be reduced or the cursed enemies are going to get weakened. But the chances are when they do get around to this point, they are going to be in such a weakened state that it's going to be near impossible to beat some of these stages, which is what I'm hoping. And that's exactly, you know, the formations and the defensive formations that we're looking for is by the time that they do get around. Currently no records. No one's attacked me since I built this. It's very difficult. We actually seen a similar formation like this on Reddit, but leveling these up, again, it's going to be very hard to move through here. And with the damage reductions or with the weakening that you're going to get on your heroes is going to be just an absolute monster. This is running full defense. Again, I'm not going to pillage. I'm not going to bother with pillaging anyone. We are not going to worry about the morale at this point because we are going straight defensive. I did this exact same formation on all 4 of my faction accounts because I don't have the time to really go through there and pillage as I have the ability to, and also going through and making sure that I'm checking this. I'll hop on every now and then, collect up some resources out of here, and that is really what I am looking at. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you're going the mixed formation, if you're doing more heavy attack, or if you're pulling one of these and going pure defense for the Isle of Gold, guys. 3 very different strategies when it comes to this this event. But overall, guys, it's about loot. So we're gonna get a lot of loot out of here regardless. You can even see the resources out of here, guys. 1,000 coins, not bad. We got some po coins, we got some essence, we got some diamonds. That is what I'm looking for out of here, is just picking that up for the total, I believe, 13 or 14 days that this event is going. So it is a significant amount of loot over that time. So again, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.